Hello, everybody.
Hello! I need to close some goddamn tabs. Everything's slower than molasses dripping off this book.
Slower than molasses dripping off a spoon. I can't do a good Tommy voice.
That was pretty spot on, honestly.
We'll give this a few more minutes. Let people come on in from the cold or incredible heat. Weather's a bit weird lately.
It's pretty hot, and I live in Canada. We had a week, just like a week's worth of spring temperatures, and then it went away. Goodbye.
I have a bag of Reese's Pieces here and I can't open it.
That's no good.
Oh, that'll be my reward for later.
It's only a reward if you can actually rip it open.
Fine, it's my challenge for later.
There you go.
Did you put a notification in Sam chat?
I did. People look at the bot.
Okay. I'll just let that music keep going. I don't know how visible the wheel is. It's really hard to get that thing to look right.
It's dark, but that's just because it has the click to spin on it.
Spin. Alright, speaking of. Let's see what the wheel brings us. Did I label it as a DOS game? Poop. I think it can be run in DOS. Also, hi, Sam. Looks like we're starting with BioForge. Oh, God.
My stream still has to do that.
Yeah. Let me kill the background music. And let me get the game going.
Goodness, that was one heck of a delay.
My ears.
This is Marine Dropship Ronick to control, making final approach for delivery of supply requisition B9 stroke 3Q.
Let me see if I could lower that, because, good God.
This is control to Marine Dropship Ronick. Landing platform is in position.
How's the audio?
You are cleared to land, Ronick.
I can tell you, it's not happened yet for me. My God, I think I need to refresh. Oh yeah, that's slap. Yeah, I need it. Alright, let me kill off most of these tabs again.
Tower to control room. The main gun is offline.
apologies to everyone there. Hopefully I've got it right now. Well, you've heard me say this one before. I have very little experience with this game. The only time I ever encountered it was as a shareware demo that came bundled with an issue of CD-ROM Today, which was an amazing magazine I'll go in about once this cutscene's over.
Okay, good news. Refreshing did the trick.
Oh, good. This may get a little bloody. But, you know, in like that early 90s kind of bloody, where, oh god, look, red splatter.
This reminds me of a Canadian War Amps commercial.
War amps?
War amputees. And it was talking to, like, the kids. Basically, it was CGI. And there was a robot in this terribly perilous planet. Like, I'm a robot. And my arm gets cut off. I can put it back on. Yours can't.
That sounds amazing. So yeah, like I said, I got this originally as a demo bundled with CD-ROM Today magazine, which I think it was quarterly, but you'd get this full CD of game demos. And it was the most amazing thing for me growing up because, you know, you couldn't very easily download those. Shareware was mainly traded around either by physically copying something onto a disc or discs and handing those in person, or spending a lot of time on a bulletin board system downloading over-ear 14.4K baud modem. So that's how I got to experience a lot of games. This is something of a mix between a fighter and a point-and-click adventure.
Point and fight adventure?
Sure, we'll go with that. Eventually, I'll be able to do something. There we go.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory. Subject must comply with all instructions.
Nurse bot.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory.
Hey Sam, look.
Subject must comply with all
It's Shadowrun.
instructions. Subject must stay in bunk.
Now I have to remember the controls.
Mandatory. Subject must comply with all instructions.
Okay, so that was
Subject must stay in bunk.
the D key for diagnostics.
Mandatory.
Oh,
Subject must stay in bunk.
I got tranquilized.
Mandatory.
GOG does provide a manual. I should look at that. In fact,
manual.
Subject must comply with all instructions.
Okay, I think we're...
Is counterproductive.
I'm in a menu.
This unit is shock resistant.
Okay, I'm in a combat stance.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory. Subject must stay in bunk.
It's not R.
Recuperation is mandatory.
What I hit?
Is it click?
Inventory. It's not click.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation
You're right click.
is mandatory.
Looks like I used the numpad.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory.
I picked up something.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory. Subject must stay in bunk.
Yes, we know. Subject must stay in
Recuperation
bunk.
is mandatory.
Let's sit here in this nice quiet menu, and I'll look up the instructions, like I should have done beforehand. I will never learn. Never, ever, ever.
Well, it's not like you were gonna know that we were gonna be playing this game.
Well, yeah, but I knew what games I threw on here. I should have read the manuals to all of them. Okay, and there's the manual. Why in a zip file? It was a little extravagant. Manual.pdf. It's not even a good manual. Like, you know, like a lot of games would give you a manual that was like immersed in the lore. Like Wing Commander gave you like a pamphlet like you were on the Tiger's Claw, or TIE Fighter gave you like this official Imperial pilot's handbook. This is just hit this button, do this, hit this button, do that. That's okay. That's movement. Fire weapon is 5. Okay. Hit C to go into combat mode. And then you hit 5. Nope. Okay, I think I get it. I mean, that's what it's showing me. Like, let's see. Window capture.
Boy, wouldn't it suck if you were playing this on a laptop without a number pad?
Oh yeah. Like, if you see here, these are your combat controls. Like, you hold Alt and then like uppercut, two-fisted overhead blow. It's all number pad.
Alright.
Okay, now that we know that, let's see how well we do. What's this button? Yes, I was right.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory.
Oh, the robot is screaming.
Oh. I stand by my, Captain Kirk versus the Gorn music.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Our inventory, an electronic notebook, standard non-customized issue, subject name not recorded. What can I do with it? Okay, I have the logbook. Can I hit 5 and look at it? No. No, pick it up.
Meat.
Oh god, he speaks. A hunk of meat. Interaction with items. Enter to pick it up. I to move it from your left hand into your inventory. You may also pick up items from dead bodies with spacebar. Use item with spacebar. So spacebar is use. Let's not use the meat. Nope.
A logbook.
A logbook. I know what they will do to me. They will mutilate my flesh and make it into something inhuman. They can completely alter the state of my mind, but they shall not break my spirit. I am determined. I swear with every ounce of my will that who I am, my internal nature, cannot be twisted or cut out of me. No matter what occurs, I will remain unchanged. And that's all I wrote. I assume it's me. So we'll just slide that into the inventory. I'll grab this, a hunk of meat.
A hunk of meat.
And now we'll skedaddle. So I'm walking with the arrow keys.
If you come from a fork, you'll be sorely disappointed. A severed arm. If you come from a fork, you'll be sorely disappointed.
This guy is challenging me over a fork. We'll take the arm and we'll come back later. There's nothing in pad 2 or pad. Cell 2. That's where I came out of. And that's a wall. Well, by process of elimination...
If you come from a fork, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Oh. I will beat you up with your own arm.
We should not be enemies. We should work together. You stand upon holy ground. It's fitting you should kneel. I have no wish to harm you. You have 2 arms. One must be removed.
Oh, the combat is so jank. Here you go. Low kick. Low kick. Low
Oh
kick.
yeah, the low kick corner
Low
poke.
kick. Low kick. Other low kick. Or backflip? Sweep. Sweep the
Can you
leg,
beat him
Johnny.
with his own arm?
I was trying.
You stand upon holy ground. It's fitting you should kneel.
There, I have clubbed him with his own damn arm.
You stand upon holy ground.
I shall pattern my light after the random looping of your entrails.
Woo, we're dead.
Wowzers.
So, funny enough, the original demo, I remember very little about it, but the whole thing was like 300 megabytes, and it was this section where it was like, beat up the nurse robot, get out of the room, and then get out of this section. I do not remember the one-armed blue guy. Can I skip this? I can. Thank God. Easy combat. Which is a lie, but we'll pretend. Yes, we know. Let me get up. Shake, 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 shake. Yep, there's a bot.
Subject must stay in bunk. Recuperation is mandatory. Subject must comply with all instructions.
I'm gonna make this a ringtone or an alarm because it annoys me so
Subject
much.
must stay in bunk. Recuperation is
That's suitable. Never make a ringtone or alarm something that you like.
all instructions.
'Cause then you just hate it.
Subject must comply with all instructions. Subject
think it's supposed to pinball it into the laser shield. There it goes.
A logbook.
Okay, we're back where we were. Took all of a few seconds. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna... None of these. Wait. This is save, right? Yes. Save in 1. Save. Yes. Enter caption. Arm. Is there a discussion button?
If you come from the Borg, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Oh, look, the manual
idea.
includes an introductory walkthrough.
Isn't that kind of them?
Enter combat mode, punch the nurse bot until it spins, kick the nurse bot into the force bars, walk to the logbook, get the logbook, move the logbook, access your personal inventory, access your journal, finish reading, go to the door, run out the door when the bars flicker out, look inside cell 1, pick up his arm, and then force the doors open. Okay, so let's grab an arm,
Severed arm.
and then we'll walk over here and hit spacebar. 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 Oh no, it said the cell block doors. I don't think I was supposed to fight this guy. So I guess it means these. So now I'm gonna hit spacebar to use this door. Okay, that blew up this panel. I'm just gonna keep this arm on me, for reasons. It's that guy's leg, but it's an arm. Warning, reactor breach, overload imminent. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Try to open it, and then sparks fly out of that thing. We'll just pocket this arm. Or not. Let's drop the arm. Don't know why I picked up the arm. Look, he's doing something, right?
A severed arm.
Maybe he needs to enter it.
A severed arm.
Oh, it's so obtuse. E102
Severed
beta.
arm.
You will give me the bird.
If you come from the Borg, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I need the fork. Right. So I have to beat him up to get a fork to open the panel to get out. I'm not gonna fight you. You're gonna fight me. Okay, fine.
You stand upon holy ground. It's fitting you should kneel. We should
Club.
not be enemies. We should work together. I have no
Club.
wish to harm you. A logbook.
Let's just, Ow.
You have 2 arms. One must be removed. Ow!
Did he make a cat roar? Oh, look
I
at
am
that. I
not the
dodged.
person to ask this. I can't get any sound.
Okay. Still hitting it. I think I tripped.
I flatter my life. After the random looping, of your entrails.
Holy shit. Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay. I need to get his fork. So, these controls are all arrow keys and number pad in a 3D environment. A false 3D environment. Oops. Oops. On.
If you come for the fork, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Just enter combat mode and hit it from here. Oh, come on. Fork.
A fork.
Damn it. Damn it. Nope, it's up.
You stand upon holy ground. It's fitting you should kneel.
He sounds like a WWE wrestler.
I shall pattern my light after the random looping of your entrails.
Here, Iggy, I'm gonna just throw this in the Discord so you can be seeing what I'm saying.
I mean, I could just mute myself and listen for a minute.
Yeah, this is easier.
Okay.
A severed arm.
If you come for the fork, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Oh, come on! It's like... I'm here for the fork. Give me the fork.
A severed arm.
That's not the fork. Fork.
A fork. A photograph.
I'm taking all your stuff, buddy.
A logbook.
No, don't actually look at the logbook. I need to go because your menus don't pause. Okay. I made it. Oh. Yes. I did it. Now we're gonna save. We're gonna save. Save over this game. Yes. And we're gonna call it Fork. Alright. Let's see what the hell he was, oh, okay. Let's see what he was protecting. Journal. I heard a cry of agony from beyond my cell. A guard, another prisoner, a prisoner in a cell next to me lost his arm trying to escape. His force bars must be set to a more lethal intensity than mine. I might be able to use this utensil for something I don't mean to eat with. My body is some sort of machine. But I can tell I was once human. I am a cyborg. Who made me this way? Why did they? How could I have let them? Interesting. Inventory. Let's take a look. I can still hear Dane in the other cell. They beat him pretty bad, so bad they called down from control and ordered him to stop. I should be treated a little better than us. I'm sitting for any Mondite to die in a place like this. I don't know why I'm writing this down. The log is the only thing I have of myself beside the picture. Pretty, I wish I knew her name. I guess I always believed that my former comrades would show me mercy, for I was once one of them. Blah, blah, traitor. It's a novel. So this guy enters into some sort of paranoia state. And now his skin turned blue. And memories. It's like he's kind of just deteriorating. He's like, I'm almost certain that I've nearly succeeded in convincing one of the guards that they are in fact really lizards. The buzzing in my ears has become so loud I have to scream at the top of my lungs just to... Okay, yeah, he just completely loses it. And then his final entry was... He just mashed the keyboard and hit end. Okay, cool. I want to lose the arm. I'm going to put Chunky down here. Alright, so we're going to force the door open, which is going to short circuit the panel on my right. And then we're going to use the fork. There's a joke there. Cool, I've gotten this far. Now what? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Save early, saved often. Save this game? Yes. Mini game. Alright. Let's see. We want to move this one so it lines up with the blue. And then move this pair. There we go. And that should allow me to do this. Freedom.
This is control to Marine Dropship Runic. Landing platform is in position. You are cleared to land Runic.
This is Marine.
Sure is a heck of a name.
Now making final approach.
Marine dropship Chelio standing by.
Can I use any of these? Yes.
Another prisoner has escaped.
Personnel.
I'm looking at
Mastava,
all
medical
monitors
officer.
now.
Everybody is dead except for the medical operator and whoever Escher is. It's an archaeological dig because of all this.
And we're bringing a little extra firepower to deal with your escaped prisoner.
Dead, evacuated, dead, evacuated, dead, evacuated, dead, evacuated.
Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
It probably is.
Reactor breach.
Wait a minute. Langley, Team 1, control room.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach.
And Meyer is missing in action.
Overload imminent.
Ozmat is in the machine shop.
Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
I need a security code to get through there.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
Class 3 reactor alert in effect. All personnel must obtain a hard suit and evacuate. Okay.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning.
That's just the correct spelling of their name.
Overload
Mia.
imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload.
Wait a minute. I need the arm. It's that guy's arm.
Warning. Warning. Reactor.
Guardians of the Galaxy ripped off BioForge.
Severed arm.
Warning. Reactor breach. Warning. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning.
Aw.
Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
Can I just, like, eat it?
Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning.
Reading reactor breach.
Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach.
Homo sapien, dataless-based security, Project Ava. Inject legs with lubricant twice a day, feed meat products only.
Overload imminent. Warning.
Classified.
Overload imminent.
I'm guessing that's me.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach.
Okay, that turned off the power bars to cell 3.
Overload imminent. Warning.
And this...
Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
That's my cell,
Reactor breach.
meaning that these must be the other cell controls.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
There's a dude in here. Oh wait, that's Blue Dude.
Overload imminent. Warning.
He could stay in there, that's fine.
Overload imminent. Warning. Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
And...
Reactor breach. Overload imminent.
I mean access denied.
Reactor breach. Overload imminent. Warning. 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 Reactor breach.
I hit spacebar and he's wiggling around. Ah, thank God. The save your ears and brain button. Got it. Alright, so I need an access code. What is this? I can control the stupid nurse bot thing. This is awkward as hell to control, by the way. Beep, boop. Alright. Where am I going with this and why? Maybe I can use it to knock out Blue Boy. I don't know what that will accomplish, though. This is BioForge, an early '90s adventure game with an asterisk, because it's got some weird, clunky 3D fighting mechanics that are not good. Yeah, Alone in the Dark Space. Alone in the Dark Space. There you go, new series. Can I? Oh, it's so weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Can I go forward, please? Okay. Hold up. Let's back out of here. I'm gonna knock that guy out, because that seems to be the only option I have at present. Force bars off. I probably just set him up to come in here and kill me. And I am carrying around his severed arm. It's a good luck charm at this point. Now he's still milling around in there. Turn, yes.
This is a restricted area. This is a restricted area. This is a restricted area.
Apparently that is a restricted area. Come on. Come on, little robot, you can do it. I hope.
This is a restricted area. This is a restricted area. This is a restricted
I know, I
area.
heard you the first 15 times. Alright, let's take our awkward numpad controls and go back over there. Also, goodbye, arm. Ah, the controls like butter. Frozen,
Like
rotten butter.
butter. Alright then.
I'm assuming the shaking means I'm running out of time or I'm doing something right. Those are the only options.
A logbook.
A logbook. This is Ensign Martic Dane of the Retriculum Merchant Ship Stella. Hallucinogens testing. Don't know what's in the cell. Oh, there it is. Can someone please remember 46342? I mean, I don't want to control Sam, I just want to give smooches, but that's me. Just take the logbook.
A flute.
Can I play it? You play a beautiful melody on the flute.
And that's not a flute. That's a clarinet.
He's only a cyborg, what's he gonna know?
Return the fork, or I'll command it to destroy you.
It didn't work. No, I didn't hit spacebar. You. Yes, Iggy is a musical nerd because Iggy has musical background.
It's not that hard.
It's the tuba that follows him everywhere he goes.
I play the baritone, not the tuba.
I was making a fat joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm still correcting you.
4, 6, 3, 4, 2. No palm detected against reader. Oh, seriously.
You gotta put the hand against it, and then you gotta put the thing on.
Okay, apply
Y'all
hand.
hush.
Bang.
A severed arm.
Okay, great. I want to leave it here. Can I leave it here? No, I cannot. Oh, why? I have to be... Oh! Oh, this game is stupid. Watch. Wonder if I can just inject myself with this stuff and call it a game over, because I'm really feeling that at this point. Okay, first we gotta get Hover Roomba into here. Okay, and then put them over here by the scanner. I'm gonna solve this puzzle, and then we're gonna move on to something else. Okay. We're gonna pick up the arm. We're going to miss. It's the ultimate crane game. We're gonna try this again with the other claw. It worked.
Toreba!
I have better luck with Toreba than I have with this thing. And that's saying something because I have done terribly on Toreba. Maybe I should do a Toreba stream. Okay. So, what? Do I do this? Do I do this? No, that's just gonna drop it on the floor. So, I guess I just hold the arm in place over what? Pick it up. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, you know what? I will hand the hand to the bot.
A severed arm.
A severed arm. Okay, it's over here. Now you're gonna rotate this way, and you're gonna, and then you're gonna. You did it! High five. Just hit yourself with the arm. Spin! I can't not make that joke. Okay.
Vinny's got good jokes.
Vinny's got good jokes, and I can't make up my own, so I'll steal his. Access. 4, 6, 3, 4, 2. Guard Cayman active. Palm will open doors. Insufficient weight on panel to open. There's only one thing I must do now. So it has come to this. What was Vader's line to Leia in the detention cell? You'll find we have ways of making you talk. I don't know. I missed the desk. This way. And then this way, right? Okay. Yeah. Nope, motherfucker. Can't even kill myself properly. I have to go feed myself to the one-armed guy. Chunk. Come on, I totally hit myself with that. Alright, fine. Behold, combat.
You stand upon holy ground. It's fitting you should kneel.
So to throw punches, you hold Alt and then hit buttons on the numpad. Then to throw kicks, you hold Control and hit those same buttons on the numpad.
I see.
I want the base just explode and end my torment. Come on. There we go.
I shall pattern my life after the random looping of your entrails.
And that was BioForge.
Congratulations, everyone. It was BioForge.
Oh. I may give that another try later, but man, those controls are crap. Anyway, back to the wheel.
The Wheel of Wednesday!
I really want to give it a different name.
No, the dumbness is what makes it so good, though.
Oh boy! Yes! I'm actually happy about this one. Speen! But seriously, Inherit the Earth. This was a point-and-click adventure game with a very... it's very furry. I never played it, but I knew about it, and when I got into the fandom, I tried really, really hard to find it. And I never did because it was 1998, and, you know, GOG didn't exist yet. So this is a blind playthrough. Please help me out if you know what's going on. Because I won't. Hey look, sound testing. Caca. Is that loud enough for everyone?
Waiting on the delay.
Well, we'll fix it in post. Now I just need the window capture to capture it. Alright, it's not a DOSBox window for some reason. Inherit the Earth. And we will transform it. Someone with resolution knowledge give me a hand here. Right now it's 640 by 400, which seems to be its native size. So what would be a good multiplication of that keeps the aspect ratio?
Oh, Lord. Don't ask me to do math.
Okay, I'm going with the Big Blue Nerds idea. Yeah, it looks good. We'll put it about there. And
we see the sky, we see the land, we see the water, and we wonder. Long before we came to exist, the humans ruled the earth. They made marvelous things and moved whole mountains. They knew the secret of flight,
Alrighty.
the secret of
Let's
happiness,
have a
and
look-see.
other secrets beyond our imagining. The humans also knew the secret of life, and they used it to give us the 4 great gifts. Thinking
Yes,
minds,
Vex, it is inherent ears.
feeling hearts, speaking mouths, and reaching hands. We are their children. They taught us how to use our hands and how to speak. They showed us the joy
This
of
is
using
inherently
our
respect.
minds. They loved us. And when we were ready, they surely would have given us the secret of happiness. And do they live still in the stars? In the ocean depths? In the wind? We wonder, was their fate good or evil? And will we also share the same fate one day?
I saw a couple familiar names in there. Kinda has a Quest for Glory feel to it.
A little bit.
Which orb, Terrell? There's a lot in here. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Directed by Talon.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna have to look up the history of this game to see if it was like someone from our circles.
The final
final-
round of the grand tournament.
I won! I won! I knew I could defeat you!
What? Why, how did you...
While your pawn was still searching in the Cave of Tears, my paladin made it through the forest to home base! You were taken totally by surprise!
How could I have allowed myself to be defeated by such a simple trick?
You weren't defeated by a trick! You were defeated by your own cockiness! You were already polishing the
Oh, could you
victory
Specs? That'd be
medallion
great.
instead of concentrating on the puzzle!
That's not true. I was...
Hear ye! Hear
Thank you.
ye! It is time for the awarding of the prizes. The silver medallion for second place is awarded to Griff of the Fox tribe.
Since there were only 2 people playing, it is last place.
The gold medallion goes to Scory of the Rat tribe. Congratulations to both of our winners. Now, everyone, enjoy the fair.
Oh, Riff! You won! You got the silver medallion for second place.
It's not first place. I should have won first place. I was too busy thinking about the prize instead of the puzzle. I should have...
Attention, everyone. By authority of the Forest King, I hereby declare this fair officially closed.
What is the meaning of this?
The Orb of Storms has been stolen from its resting place.
Orb of Storms. This is most distressing.
Until the
The
orb
Storm
has been
of
returned,
Worms.
everyone is confined to their homes while a full investigation is conducted.
Confined? Boars cannot be confined. We go where we want. We do what we want.
Including perhaps stealing the Orb of Storms?
Boars do not steal. Why would we steal it?
The orb predicts storms. Storms bring rain. Rain brings mud. And who likes mud better than anything? Boars.
Bah! If we had wanted the orb, we would have just walked in boldly and taken it. No, Elk. We are not thieves. We do not sneak around and steal like the fox.
Hey!
Quiet! Or is there something you'd like to tell us?
Just that foxes don't always steal. Some of us have never stolen anything.
Confess, Fox. Tell us where you were last evening just before sundown.
I camped in the woods overnight on my way here.
And I suppose someone saw you and can confirm this?
I can. I was with him the whole time.
Ha! First one fox lies, then the other fox does, by saying the first one was telling the truth. We boars want the orb returned. As much as I hate to admit, there is truth.
I don't remember Zootopia getting a game.
Without the orb, we will not know when the rains will come. We will not know when to prepare the mud baths. All this makes the boars very mad. We want answers.
The boars
now.
are a hive mind,
And
you say.
morphs without answers will get hurt.
Are you threatening us?
Boars will hurt. Boars will hurt all. Boars want the orb back now!
Very well, Captain. I'll deal with this. Under the authority granted me by the Forest King, I arrest you both for the theft of...
But you can't do that. We haven't stolen anything.
I'm afraid I'll have to hold the two of you in custody until this puzzle is solved.
Puzzle? You say this is a puzzle? Then I'm the last person you want to arrest.
What do you mean?
See this medallion? This is for second place in the puzzle-solving contest. If anyone can find the Orb of Storms and bring it back to you, it's me.
Well then, Fox. I suppose it is up to you after all.
Very well. You have until the next new moon to find the orb.
Okay, see you then. Come on.
That is such
However,
a flimsy...
just to make sure that you return,
Wow.
I will send one of my warriors along with you. Lieutenant Iya, please step forward. Lieutenant Iya, you will accompany them on their quest. Aid them wherever and whenever you can. But if they try to escape or refuse to return, your orders are to use whatever force is necessary to return them to us to stand trial. Is that perfectly clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, my captain.
Wait! Boars do not trust foxes. Boars do not trust elk. Both are weak fools. I will send along a true warrior, one who will get the job done. Hawk! Hawk, go with them. Find this orb. If they are lying, kill them. If they try to escape, kill them. If you suspect treachery, kill them. If they do not find the orb, kill them.
What about if we snore too loudly?
Riff!
Maybe I won't wait. Maybe I'll kill them now.
Enough. Now go. Remember, you have only until the next new moon to complete your quest.
Wait. I do not trust you most of all, young fox. So, to make sure you come back, we will keep your little friend.
Ow! Riff!
Reen!
Remember, if you return by the next new moon, your friend will be released unharmed. If you don't return,
I'm gonna trust you, you thief.
I'll just have me a new pelt for my wall.
Kidnapping fucking lying thief.
Now go!
Reen! Reen!
I suggest you concentrate on completing your task. Remember, you have only until...
The next new moon. You don't have to remind me. I'll be here, and I'll have the orb with me.
I hope that you do. Lieutenant Iya, you're in charge. Carry on, and Godspeed.
Yes, sir.
That is amazing.
Well, my new friends, our quest lies ahead. Let us not keep it waiting.
And yet, we're going to keep it waiting, because we need to unpack that. So, this society seems to be perfectly okay with one animal species tribe taking a member of another who is only under suspicion of theft, holding them against their will, and promising to execute them, skin them, and put them on their wall. Okay. So I have walk to, look at, pick up, talk to, open, close, use, give. What is this?
Next time, this will be gold.
That's metal. Okay. Let's play look at everything.
What are you looking at?
You.
I see you admire my noble bearing.
He's like, I'm hot and I know it.
This is the scene of my humiliating defeat.
Look at
So the
Ben.
boars definitely did it, right?
Oh no, it's probably gonna be, I don't know, name a animal species that usually gets the evil roll.
Very festive.
Very festive.
Let's talk to
I'm
Ya.
here to assist you, not intimidate you. I'll do as you wish.
What are you looking at?
I meant to say talk to. Talk
I
to
have my
Bacon.
orders to help you. Lead on as you wish, but I'll be watching everything you do.
And let's save. This is save, right? Yes. Save. Starting. Let's try to make this a full playthrough, because I'm interested. And if not, you know, we got a wheel. Oh no, it's got a weird third isometric perspective thingy going. It's for Cadia.
It is for Cadia.
It is totally
And
just for
everyone-
Cadia.
It's for Cadia and everybody's
Would you mind if I
digidegrade,
ask
like
you
for
a few
Cadia.
questions?
If it isn't the fox that closed down the fair and ruined my vacation, would I mind if you asked me a few questions? Of course not. You may waste all of my time if you wish.
Oh man, it's like proto Ben Diskin.
Yeah.
Where were you last night?
Would you tell me?
What I was doing at the time of the theft? Of course, I was butting heads with one of the other fairgoers.
You were having an argument with him?
I didn't say I was arguing with him. I said we were butting heads.
Who might have
Who
stolen
do
the
you
orb?
think might have stolen the orb?
I think it was the rats. No,
There you go.
on second thought, I think it was the bears.
Oh.
However, it could have been the dogs. My vote, however, is with one of those crafty foxes. All the fingers seem to be pointing to them and to one in particular. And I have seen no evidence to the contrary. Have you?
You've seen no evidence at all.
Why would someone steal
Do
the
you
orb?
have any idea why someone might have wanted to steal the orb?
Something that predicts the weather, tells us the seasons, something upon which our entire agricultural existence depends? I can't possibly imagine why anyone would want to steal that old thing. Perhaps to make into a necklace? What do you think?
All right, sassy boy.
I don't know if they like went to a Ren fair. I think they just got like guys in the office.
What do you know about these orbs?
Only two things. One, they are round, hence the name orb. Two, the theft of one has caused the complete ruination of my vacation at this fair. That is all I know about them, and that is all I want to know about them.
I don't know. It's like the couple people we've heard so far kind of sound like that person who's been in that thing that you've seen a million times, and you know the voice, but for your life you can't name the person.
Can you give me any advice in looking for
Yeah.
the missing orb?
Yes, I can. I suggest you take the longest, most difficult route available. Don't forget to stop occasionally and bang your head with a large rock or other blunt instrument. Bury your face in a hill of red ants whenever you can. And if you should run across any rams that might be on holiday, don't forget to take time out and totally ruin it for them.
I love this guy.
I like this guy.
I'd like to hear Ben's take on this, because the voices are so similar.
Well, you could always link Ben to the VOD and say, hey, do this.
Yeah, we can. Oh dear.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
But thank you for...
Farewell, young fox. If we never meet again, it will be too soon.
I'm going back
Wow,
to butting
what
heads.
a sore head. Hey, a ram. Butting heads? Sore head? That's pretty good.
That's like a joke I would
Is
make. And he'd beat me to it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. What is
I
this?
don't trust this ferret.
That's a ferret?
This is a handsome
Ferret,
man.
mink.
And not as handsome as he thinks he is, but...
Let's talk to the ferret.
Excuse me, my good lady, but my companions and I are in search of the Orb of Storms.
The orb? Go on.
Perhaps
where
you
were
could
you?
tell us where you were evening last.
I was in my wagon, preparing my sculptures for today's sale. They are quite beautiful, are they not?
Is there anyone who could vouch for your whereabouts?
I'm afraid not. No one saw me from early yesterday evening until today.
Her animation is a little odd.
Can you tell me who might have stolen the orb?
Someone very clever. I understand the orbs are heavily guarded. In order for someone to
It's
steal
like she's
one,
doing a
you would
broken
have to
caramel
be
dance and
very clever indeed, or be someone that even the guards would not suspect.
What would you do with such an orb if you had it in your possession?
I'd try to take it apart, find out how it worked. What a feat of engineering! What skill that would take!
What do you know of these orbs?
I know they contain the secrets of nature itself. I do not understand how they work. It has been my fondest wish to be able to take one apart and look inside for myself. Perhaps someday.
Do you have any advice to help us on our quest?
I cannot help you find the orb, but once you do, I suggest you learn all you can about it. Then bring your knowledge to me, and I'll see if I can make another. Together, we could become very rich.
Thank you for your time, friend Parrot. I must be off.
Don't forget what I said. I will anxiously await your return.
oh, that actress had a lot of coffee. Hey, look! Check out this banner. Eat. I can't
There you
click
go.
on it. But,
Just a
It was
banner
a-
that says eat.
there was a, yes. There's the otter? What are you?
This
Mink?
fellow obviously lives by his wits.
It's an
Otter.
otter.
I must use care in dealing with it.
I'm gonna talk to the otter. And then there's a rat roaming around. I alliterated. No. Stop wiggling. Stop. Eat. Drink. Look at. Oh my god. Okay.
The rats have...
Okay, the rats have
The
always
rats
piqued
have
my...
always aroused my curiosity.
Oh. We're gonna go there, I guess. Okay, sure. Talking to the rat. Talk to the rat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good day
All
to
I
you,
did was read it.
Forced to pack up and move out before my wares are sold. This is not a good day, sir.
What, the eat banner or the drink banner?
Would
where
you
were
be
we
so
last
kind
night?
as
Yes.
to tell me where you were evening last?
I was working my booth, trying to make a meager living. I am a merchant. Where else would I be?
What do you
And
sell?
what is it you sell around here?
I am a bookseller.
Can you think of anyone who would want to steal the Orb of Storms?
The orb is very valuable to many races. It could have been anyone here. It could have been no one here.
What?
I only know that they came from the time before, when man walked the earth. I do not know how they were made, nor how they came to contain their powers.
Science!
Why would anyone steal the orb?
The orb has great value. It
Why
could
don't
be
you just be
used
like
by
a
many
Alexa
races.
ball?
How would you use it?
I am a merchant. If I had such an orb, I would sell it to the highest
Go
bidder.
home.
Then I could retire and live the rest of my days in luxury.
Maybe they gave the voice acting to like a theater class.
Can you offer me any advice for my
I
quest?
mean, they're really
Trust
going
no
all
one,
in on it.
Not even your traveling companion.
Like, I'm not shitting on their performance at
Watch
all.
your back at all times, and should you obtain the orb's return, get rid of it as quickly as you can, or it will become a curse upon your life.
Thank you for your time and trouble, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Okay, that leaves an otter. Hey, speak of the devil.
Excuse
Pick up
me,
the
friend.
otter.
Could we ask you some questions?
Time is
Lift
money,
him
my
above
friend.
your head.
If you want one, it will cost you the other.
But we have very little money, and we will need it for our quest to find the Orb of Storms.
Sorry, friend. Like I said, no dime, no time. Bye now.
No, yeah, it is very
Perhaps keeping your
pretty high
head
end for the
attached
time.
to your body has some value to you.
Yes, it certainly does.
Okay.
Now then, what were you doing last night when the orb was stolen?
I was playing dominoes out behind one of the tents. Honest, I was there all evening.
And others can vouch for that fact?
Sure, plenty of people saw me.
And the same
Do you know of
rigmarole.
anyone who might have stolen the orb?
Are you joking? I know plenty of people who might have stolen it, but I don't know of anyone who did steal it, and that's the truth.
You seem to associate with a fairly unsavory lot. Have you heard any rumors among your companions?
Not a thing. Most of the people I know are into petty theft. Nothing as big as an orb.
But the orb is quite valuable. You and your friends have every motive for stealing it.
Suppose I did steal the orb. What would I do with it? You can't fence something like that. No, stealing the orb is way out of my league.
What do you
Got a
know
point.
about the orb?
No more than anyone else. It's the orb that predicts the weather and tells when to plant the crops. It's been around since the time of man. That's all I know. Honest.
Do you have any advice for us on our search?
This thing is big. It's much too big a job for one person.
You mean one person could not have stolen it?
One person might have stolen it, but it would take a whole syndicate to either use it or get rid of it. Whoever made off with it is bound to have some really powerful contacts.
Well, my friend, if you run across any information, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
And if you don't let us know, it will make me most displeased. Do we understand each other?
We most certainly do. If I hear of anything, you'll be the first to know.
See that we are. Farewell.
Now, I saw a tent down here with a sign. Why did my brain go to label? Whatever.
I don't know. The world's always pushing labels on everybody.
Eat. Yeah, this thing. What are your sign I can't look at? I can look at the person.
Perhaps she can provide me with some answers.
A fortune teller? Probably not, but let's see.
Excuse me.
Ah, you wish to have your fortune told. What is your name?
My name is Riff, and I come here seeking information.
Information is my business.
Not information about myself, but
Someone
rather
had some phlegm.
about the Orb of Storms.
Ah, so you are the one sent to seek the orb. Bid your friends wait elsewhere.
Kinda neat.
And I will supply the information you seek.
Now then, about the Orb of Storms.
Patience, my handsome friend. First, let me see your palm. Interesting. You may now ask your questions.
I suppose you were in your booth last evening telling fortunes?
Now, who is telling fortunes? I was here, Kittling, all evening.
Kittling?
Sure, Kittling.
Perhaps you could look into your crystal and tell me who did this deed.
Very well. I can see forms, many forms, but I cannot make them out.
I'll need 2 play coins to tell you the secret.
Power. Your quest would be a most dangerous one.
For what purpose was the orb stolen?
If the thief would sell information on the seasons and weather to other tribes, it would make him very rich indeed.
What do you know of the orbs?
I know that the Orb of Storms is but one of several I also know that all of the orbs are somehow linked to a great intelligence from which their powers are derived.
And what is the source of this great intelligence?
That is a mystery that died with the humans.
What advice can you give me on my quest?
I suggest you examine the scene of the crime. You may find other pieces to your puzzle there.
You mean journey to the sanctuary of the Orb of Storms?
Yes. There you will find the Old One, Elara. She may help you, but first you must convince her that your heart is true.
Then I shall be on my way. Thank you for your help and counsel.
Will you not tarry a while longer? Perhaps a soft bed will rest and refresh you for your journey.
My friend is being held prisoner. Until she is free, there will be no rest for me.
I see. Then off with you, handsome one. May
Did she just want to take him to bed? Is that my understanding?
Yeah, she wanted to fuck. She wanted that fuck stick.
Well, we all did at one point. Some of us still do.
Sam, that's racist. Oh no, it's just a fucking pun.
Let's look at the bear.
Well, things could be worse. They might have sent the bear along to search for the orb.
Let's talk.
Why would that be bad? What's wrong
Pardon
with
me, my
bears?
friend. I'm conducting an investigation. Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
You want to ask me
Nope,
questions?
dopey.
I'm not very
bears are dumb.
good at answering questions, but I'll try.
Those are your two options was bears, dopey or Russian. Where were you
last night?
We're dumb
I
Russian.
know this one, and don't tell me. Let me think.
Mr. Bear.
This is
Wait a minute.
Mao
Let's
levels.
see. Last night, today I'm here. Oh yeah, last night I was here too. I was getting my wares ready to sell.
And what exactly is it that you sell?
Sweets, fruit on a stick, honey on a stick, honeyed fruits on a stick. If it's sweet and will fit on a stick, I'll sell it.
Bread, eggs, breaded eggs, on a stick.
Oh.
You doing all right there?
Who do you think might have stolen the Orb of Storms?
That's a hard one. Who stole the orb? Let's see.
Froggy!
I think it was...
Oh my god.
The thief.
The thief?
That's right. If you find the thief, you'll have the person who stole the orb.
I want to keep asking questions, but I also want to preserve what little sanity I have left. Screw it.
Why do you think someone, the thief, might have
Wanted to
stolen
preserve
the
your
orb?
sanity. Why did you do
Maybe
this?
It was pretty. Maybe it tasted good. Maybe it was fun to roll around and play with.
What do you know about the Orb of Storms?
It's been stolen.
I know it's been stolen. I just don't know by whom.
I'll bet it was that thief you were talking about.
I didn't say there was a thief. You did.
There wasn't a thief? That's good. It'd be awful if someone stole one of those orbs.
Oh.
Oh,
What
Lord.
advice would you give in searching for the orb?
Let's see. Take some warm clothes, especially your mittens, and a warm hat. And don't forget your galoshes. Always be polite and say please and thank you.
What's that?
What's what?
I believe I heard someone calling me.
I don't hear.
Thank you so much for your time and trouble, Mr. Bear.
And don't take any wooden nickels.
And now we leave.
The bear at least was trying to be helpful.
And now we leave. Okay, we talked to everyone on the screen.
Well, there you have it. Elks are cops. Boars are thugs. Foxes are thieves. Rats are merchants. Ferrets are eccentrics. Otters are criminals. And rams are you and me.
It's just an old table.
It is broken into someone's house.
I just know I'm going to want a nice warm bed like this in the near future.
Why'd I go in there? What was the point of going in there?
Because you could.
I said close the door, not... Okay. I guess I'm just gonna leave this guy's place open to... Okay. Excuse me.
It's not like he has any air conditioning to let out.
It's true, but still. Here's the bear. That's a dead end. Oh, cool, I can just hold the mouse button down and do this.
Neat. Okay, this game is actually really good, though.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a neat setup, and I like the world. At least what we've seen of it so far.
Can we make this into a long play?
I don't know how long it is, but you know what? Let's give it a fair shake. Try to beat it tonight. I don't imagine it's a very long game.
Well, I'm not sure if we'll beat it tonight. I guess I just mean more. Put it on the docket to finish up.
Yeah, definitely.
Like every Wheel of Wednesdays, do half an hour of it or something.
Or we could just make a wheel of games to finish, like every fourth Wednesday or something.
You know, that makes sense.
What is this? Is that a mole?
He seems to be very busy.
The money changer.
Good day to you. Friend Mole, I was wondering...
It's Mole.
If I can exchange your currency, what would be your pleasure?
I got silver.
We are seeking information. We are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms.
So, you are the ones who have ruined the fair. Be gone! I have nothing to say to you.
Then you have no knowledge of the Orb's disappearance?
I have no knowledge of anything. Now leave me alone.
I can ask about the orb, ask him if anyone changed large amounts of money, or accuse him of stealing the damn thing.
Start with the second one.
Have
Go
you
nice
noticed
before
any
you go
large
hard.
Amounts of money changing hands of late?
No, and if I had, I wouldn't tell you. The
Okay,
hands
you're
I
just
care
gonna be
about are mine. And since
just
there
gonna be
is
a
no
dick
money
about it.
to be changed here, I'll bid you adieu. Adieu.
Adieu.
Accuse him.
Not yet.
Yakuza.
Goodbye.
And don't come back.
I'm not leaving. Let's pick up
Next
this.
time, this will be gold.
I didn't say look at it.
There's not much use for this.
He's not gonna do anything for you while he's still pissy.
What?
Let's see.
15 is my final offer. Take it or leave it.
It is a poor
There.
bargain at best, but one I am forced to accept. Very well, I accept your terms.
But Riv!
We have no more time for arguments, friend Doc. We must do what we must do.
I give up my silver medal, I get some coins, we did business, and now he should be more willing to talk.
Count it if you wish. Do come again, won't you? I look forward to our next transaction.
Friend Mole, I was wondering.
What would be your pleasure?
We are seeking information. We are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms.
So, you are the ones who have ruined the fair. Be gone.
Then you have...
Now...
Okay. Let's just accuse him of stealing
I
it.
see I will have to try a different approach with this one. It seems that of all the people at this fair, you are the one who would have the most to gain by the theft of the orb.
What would I have to gain?
A thing of such value would surely bring a good price. And a money changer would be the first to whom the thief would go to ransom the prize. Tell us what you know, or we will turn you over to the authorities.
You can do nothing. You have no evidence. You have no proof. All you have are wild accusations. Now, go away. You waste my time.
Tell us what
I told. Now be gone.
Tell us what...
Now be gone.
Okay, we've entered a loop.
Fine.
And don't...
What a dick.
What a dick. Alright.
I recommend... A double Reppuken. Molly, 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 molly.
Let's go this way. Hey, an exit. Whoa, a map.
Oh god.
What? Interesting music. We'll go to the sanctuary because we were told to go to the sanctuary.
Wow.
Were we? I entirely
Look at
forgot.
the size of those knockers.
Oh my god.
Let us hope those inside are responsive to our inquiries.
I don't care as long as they answer our questions.
I would bet all of the money that I don't have that there was a furry involved in this.
I mean, yes.
I mean, like...
That's how anything anthropomorphic gets involved.
I suppose, but like...
Normies don't do that.
Normies don't do that.
Ferret art. What can I say? Ferret art. What can I say?
Ferret art. What can you say?
Look at the size of those knockers.
Take a look at that meme.
Take a look at
I
that
see nothing
snout.
special about it.
For those who don't know, that's me trying to do the Phantom of the Opera soprano, while I am a baritone. Sing for me, angel of music. Oh. I'm gonna let him know we're doing this.
Hey, a bunny. Come back here, bunny monk. Servant, bunny servant? Oh no.
No idea if you'll even see it by the time we're
They
finished,
all
but...
dress alike.
Talk to servant. Talk to... One of you kind of just wiggle back on screen, please?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
They vanished.
I think they went inside.
Open door.
It's locked.
Can't get in that way. I clicked on walk. It's gotta be shortcut keys or something, because the game doesn't give you enough time to like go down there and then click a.
Not now. I'm terribly busy.
I don't know what voice I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that. What's this blue thing?
It looks like an ordinary cup.
It's my cup now.
We already have that.
Whoa.
Pretty
It looks like a
foxy-looking
croissant.
statues. Pretty foxy-looking statues.
Is it because they're covering their tits?
Very interesting architecture.
And they're foxes.
What do you want?
We seek Elara, matron of the orb.
You have found her. Identify yourselves.
My name is Riff. These are my companions. Ia, lieutenant of the Forest King, and Sergeant Ak of the Boar Guard. We have come to find the Orb of Storms.
For what purpose?
To return it here.
How do I know you're not planning to keep it for yourself?
You have my word of honor.
You have my word of honor.
And what do I know of your honor? There are rumors that the orb was stolen by a fox. How do I know that you are not the thief himself?
There is no evidence of my guilt, only the prejudice of small minds. If I were in possession of the orb, why would I return?
Perhaps to see what else you can steal?
But
Enough! The Orb of Storms was in my care, and now it is gone. I will not risk further desecration by allowing outsiders to poke their noses around this sanctuary. Leave at once.
Wait! I represent your great friend, the Forest King. Does that mean nothing to you?
Our friendship means a great deal. But how do I know you represent him?
Do I not wear the uniform of the Elk Guard?
Anyone can wear a uniform. Bring me a token of authority from the king himself, and you shall have my cooperation in conducting your investigation.
What shall the token be?
The king will know.
But our time is short. We have only until the next new moon to return the orb.
Then I suggest you make haste. Now go. Go! Return when you have the token.
So this is the mysterious Elara.
Just sneak up behind her.
So that's where the
Where
orb
I know
rested.
that voice.
What?
I see you admire my noble bearing.
No, I'm trying to get through the door. What, did you find the voice actors?
I'm looking now.
Oh. Okay, we will leave this place. 'Tis silly here. Well, the only way to go is walk to the forest. To the Forest King.
I guess so.
Ah, home at last. Every time I stand at this hallowed gate, I am in awe of what lies within. Trees, flowers, streams, fish, an abundance of food. What more could anyone ask?
Mud! Of course!
The writ of authority will suffice for me. A sturdy old tree, but impossible to climb.
Someone needs to turn off the birds. We're just
hi,
here.
Forest King.
Your Majesty, we are most grateful for this audience.
What audience? You just walked in. Beg for mercy?
In our investigation, we sought to explore the sanctuary of the orb. We were, however, stopped by Alara, matron of the sanctuary.
Yeah, she won't let us in unless you say so.
What the Boar Guard means is that she requires a token of authority before she will grant us admittance.
Isn't that what I said?
Elara is wise. There is no one more qualified to guard the orb than she. And of all of us who feel its loss, it is she who feels it most deeply. Here, take this to her. This will convince her of your authority.
A golden apple? That's it?
This apple will speak volumes. Now go. Your quest will be an arduous one, and time is of the essence if war with the boar is to be avoided.
We are in your debt, Your Majesty.
Well, let's look at the apple.
Quite an intricate design.
Let's
The
look
whole
at the
court
elk
is
guard.
very impressive. Certainly better dressed than the Fox tribe.
Look at the
The whole
courtier.
court is very impressive. Certainly better.
They're all gonna have the same.
Yeah, let's just go. Boy. Leave. Not into the middle distance, just leave. And back to the sanctuary. And now we do this again. Get over there. Come on. You can do it. Open the gates. Then through the needlessly complex path, all these rabbits just run around in their robes. Not totally comfortable with that portrayal. And then past the boob foxes. Here.
The Forest King sends his respects and bids us give you this golden apple as a token of authority. He said that it would have meaning for you.
Indeed it does. This apple is a souvenir of a quest he went on for his king when he was but a young soldier. He was as noble a warrior as he is a king.
Then you will permit us access to the sanctuary so that we may investigate the stolen orb?
You may search to your heart's content. I shall open the gates. Good fortune be with you.
Thank you, mistress.
Cool. Let's look around. There's an incense bowl.
That smells nice.
That's all our input there. And we already looked at the pedestal. There's nothing else in here. Let's leave. And I'm gonna guess she opened up the locked door that was over here ish. Why do I have a cup? Oh, yeah, I picked it up. Let's just give the cup to the floor. Can I do that? No.
If you can pick it up, it normally means you need it.
I guess. I have a cup. Yep, she opened up the store. And now I can... There's a fountain. And some flowers and some weird irrigation. More flowers. Is there anything to actually look at here?
It's an irrigation trench of some sort.
Ooh, things.
I've never seen berries like this before. I wonder where they came from.
We'll just... Everybody stand in front of the object, please, so I can't interact with it. Pick up the sour berries. Pick.
These might be a valuable clue.
Okay, we got berries, and what is that? A footprint.
Wait!
What?
It's a footprint. Do you recognize it, Ia?
It doesn't look familiar, but tracking was never my strong point. Perhaps we can find someone who can identify it.
We'll have to bring him here. We certainly cannot move the mud.
What should we do?
Make a plaster cast. Forensics files this shit.
We're on the right track. I can feel it.
Be careful, Riff. Overlook nothing.
God, that voice is familiar. Okay, so we can't do anything with it because it's mud. So we'll just leave?
That would be the smartest plan, I think, for now.
Okay, so the only thing left on that map was that village, so I think we'll head in that direction. Is there any combat in this game? I'm kind of hoping not. It doesn't feel like there would be.
It's a point-and-click adventure game, so the most you get of combat would be grab this and use on thing before you die.
Oh, that jaunty tune. It's a ferret village.
Look at the dukes go! Duke, 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 duke. Just doing their duking.
Well, let's see if there's anything that sticks out like a sore thumb. Oh, come on. He got through. There we go.
Is there like a store or something here that you can use your money on?
That's what I'm hoping for, but I gotta admit, it's really claustrophobic. This I don't want to say field of view, but the game space that they offered is just minuscule. I guess it wouldn't feel that way on a CRT, but like on my desktop, this is about the size of like a Windows error pop-up.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think you're gonna find the place in the fucking woods.
I'm not trying to go into the woods, I'm just trying to... Navigating this isn't that easy. Look at door.
For a door, it's rather...
For a door, it's rather small. Actually, no, I can't. There are no window stretch options on this. All I can do is make it full screen, which I think will just break it. And I can't even do that. Alt-Enter does nothing. Methinks it's not using DOSBox. It's a self-contained program. The only option I had was to play it in full screen when I first opened it up, but full screen tends to break OBS. Because OBS will only display like the top left corner or something. Let's just break into this house.
Good day. May I show you some of my glass items?
No, thank you.
It's just a shop. Okay. First, let me save. We'll call this one Breaking In, because that's what I just did. Duke.
Duke.
Let's talk to the glassmaker.
Glasswares are pretty indeed, but it is information I see.
Information? This is not an information booth. If you are not going to purchase anything, I suggest you move on.
Alright, what have you got?
It's pretty hot in there. I think he ought to take a break.
This is his break.
Okay, that was funny.
Jesus.
Just regular glassware, nothing fancy.
Right,
Just an ordinary window.
I'm trying to find the exit. Which you would think...
What are you...
I'm not trying to look at you. You're just in the way.
I see you admire...
No, I'm not looking at your naked ass. Move! Okay, somehow that was the exit.
Nothing special about it.
No, go in the
door.
door.
For a door, it's rather small.
Where are we? A merchant.
I'm not sure I want to do business with this fellow.
That's potentially racist.
Is that plaster you carry?
No, sir. Too heavy. Wouldn't want to hurt my back. Get it? You asked if I carry bags of plaster. I said they were too heavy. It's a joke.
Yes, quite humorous indeed. Let me rephrase my question. Can we get plaster here?
Try the pub. You can always get plaster there. Get it? It's a joke. You said you were looking to get...
I know what I said.
Okay. I just love a good joke, you know. Can't pass up an opportunity to make a funny. Sure, I've got...
Well, the problem is you haven't given us any good jokes yet.
Super hard. Best on the market. Only cost you 15 credits a bag.
Boy, that's convenient that I need plaster to make a plaster copy of Footprint, and I have 15 gold pieces or whatever the money is here.
15 credits, eh? Just enough for the bag of plaster. How does that sound?
One
give me
bag
money.
of plaster coming right up.
Cool, we've got...
There's nothing much plainer than a bag of plaster.
What's this game got against plaster?
No idea.
A barrel of nails.
Not very entertaining.
Nice
Shovels.
choice. That's cheaper than the other one. Nice choice. That's on special today.
Here's a lamp.
Better not look at it too long or I'll see spots.
Why? It's a lamp.
Just an ordinary wooden counter. Just your average bottle.
Man, you're judgy.
Is that-
Average. No, we're not doing this again.
I know.
Alright, now. Exit. Exit. Exit.
Oh dear.
Leave. Okay. We're free. We're never coming back
Leave.
here. It's a terrible place with terrible people. Bad Airbnb review, would not recommend. Goodbye, Dukesville.
No, it's
Hey, if
Dukesdale.
Dukesdale. Okay, fine. If I ever manage to get Animal Crossing, which will be long after everyone has stopped playing it, that'll be the name of my island.
Look at those knockers.
Well, we can't now. I opened them. It's what the... Okay. It's what the fox said. Ha ha ha.
It's true. It's what Vin said.
Rin.
Vin? Rin.
No, Riff. Sorry.
Riff.
Like Riff Raff, I guess.
Riff Raff. Right. Vin is from Mistborn.
Vin is from Mistborn. Also, Mistborn. That's a book series I highly recommend to everyone in the channel. Because it's just damn good.
I also suggest.
Use plaster on
There
footprint.
must be more to it than this. I think we need to mix it up first.
Oh my god, I'm gonna...
Yeah, you just have dry plaster there, bro.
Because I work with plaster so much in the line of my work as a Twitch streamer. Hey, gamers.
Here you are
today-
using plaster.
Iggy.
I fear that might cause some damage.
That's why
use the
I
cup.
have the cup.
I shouldn't drink any of that water.
I'm not asking you to.
It looks like an ordinary cup.
The berries in cup?
What am I gonna do with
Quick, use something. Use everything together.
I don't know. Maybe there's a bucket.
Look for a bucket.
Bucket, 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 bucket. Fuck it. Let's see. There's a fountain.
Bucket, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
What?
What's that?
Look, an empty bucket.
Look at that. It's a fucking bucket.
Nice, clear water.
Okay, the bucket is full.
Mm.
So we'll pour this into the lava in such a way that we have infinite water and thus an
There's
obsidian generator.
Looks good. Now, to use it before it dries. Perfect.
Pick up. Footprint. Wait, no. Pick up. Plastic
Plaster is heavy.
I don't know why it gave me the option to pick up the footprint. Alright, let's take a look at this
I
thing.
hope we find the foot that matches this.
It's a Cinderella story. Hang on. Saving. Plaster. So, a footprint in the sacred gardens, very far away from where the orb was resting, is going to lead us to our thief.
Well, yeah. Because, you see, it's not the thief's footprint. We're going to use this plaster footprint as a trading item. Because, I don't know. Paper Mario, Hooktail, we got a similar situation going on here.
I never actually played Paper Mario.
Well, technically it's Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door.
Oh,
Anyways.
technically, I never played that either. The only one I ever played was the 2D, 3D platformer one. Super Paper Mario.
Acceptable, but not as good.
A castle.
Hey,
This
look,
strikes
a
me
castle.
as being most unwise. Walking into the enemy camp and risking capture ourselves is the last thing we need.
But information is the first thing we need, and this may be our only way to obtain it.
I still think this is pure folly.
Perhaps the elk is right. We should not disturb the Boar King. He'll
Oh.
be very angry.
This is
Really,
war
Hawk?
territory.
Surely you have nothing to fear. You are an honored Boar warrior, specially chosen for this mission by the captain of the Boar Guard. I should think you'd be expecting a hero's welcome.
Ah, this assignment is not an honor. It is a punishment.
What?
Oh.
A punishment? What was your offense?
I was on guard duty. A great celebration was going on inside, and a fellow guard managed to slip me a tankard of ale. Then another, and another. The next thing I remember, the captain of the guard was throwing a bucket of water in my face.
You got drunk and fell asleep on guard duty?
It happened over a year ago. Since then, whenever a disagreeable task comes along, it's given to me.
Then we will see to it that the success of this quest restores your honor.
Alright, let's take a look.
Look like anyone I know?
Castle.
I really don't want to go in there, but I suppose I'll have to.
Anything else?
Look like anyone I know?
That's your joke with the skulls, okay.
There's only so much kilobytes they got.
Hey, that trombone is back.
Don't be staring
It's
at us, Fox.
definitely not a trombone.
Whoa, that voice.
Don't be staring at us, Fox.
I know that voice.
I know it too. I can't put it to what I know it from, though.
Yes, it's
You know, the
Goldar
generic-
from Power Rangers.
Oh yeah!
Don't be staring at us, Fox.
Excuse me, we have come to see...
Well, what have we here? If it isn't a fox and an elk. And Hawk!
So, were you able to find your way back by yourself, or did you get lost again?
Let's try to trick them.
Oh, please, Sergeant Ock, have mercy on me. Please don't make me go in front of the Boar King and plead my case.
But...
Please! Don't make me go into his throne room. You are so strong and I am so weak. As much as I fear you, I fear the Boar King even more. Have mercy!
What are you...
Please, Sergeant Ock, do not drive us so hard. We have been walking many days to get here and are fatigued beyond words. We cannot keep up with you. Please, we must rest.
Rest? You want rest? I have no time for rest. You, Fox, get to the throne room. The king will enjoy watching you grovel. Now, you two, open the gate. Go ahead, Riff. Elks are not welcome, so I must remain here to protect Ia.
Oh, really?
I guess I should go? Yes.
Save.
Yes. Save. Goldar. Can I look at anything? A torch.
It's a torch.
Well,
ask stupid questions, I guess.
Ask stupid questions. Can you, Sam, can you link Iggy to the IMDb? Because I'm really curious as to the whole voice cast. It's like every 90s cartoon voice actors in this.
My IMDb search gave me a bunch of people who were in it, but didn't tell me what their roles were.
Any notable names?
None that I recognized. I'm not very good at
Your
knowing
Majesty,
names
I have been
unless I knew them already.
accused of the theft of the...
I know who you are, Riff of the Fox tribe. Please, I like to be addressed face to face.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I have come to ask your indulgence.
I said I like to be addressed face to face. You may address me here.
But, Your Majesty...
Address me here or leave. Those are your choices, Fox.
Just hop into the mud.
It's mud.
Your Majesty, I am deeply grateful for this audience. I believe you are holding my friend Reen hostage. And I have come to ask you for her release.
Hostage? We don't have any hostages here. We do, however, have a quite charming guest. Captain!
Riff!
Reen? Reen!
Be careful! Don't let them hurt you!
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll get you out.
Reen! I'll be back. I will see that she is kept safe until either you fail or you do not return. Then, I give you my word that she will suffer mightily. Now go! You have ceased to amuse me. Leave while you still have your life.
But I will return to claim both my friend and my honor.
Well, why aren't you leaving?
Oh, I am.
Did you pee in the mud? What was the point of walking over that way?
He definitely doing an upper decker in the mud.
He's doomed, and he doesn't even know it.
Well, what have you learned?
Yeah, mud! How revolting. I may never get this mud out of my fur. What's this?
What is it?
It appears to be a ring with the crest of a wolf's head upon it.
Where did you get it?
It was stuck on my toe when I came out of the mud.
Let's take a look.
What an odd design. The head of a wolf.
Obviously, it belongs to House Stark.
Winter is coming.
One does not simply walk into winter. Anyway,
My watch has ended.
let's go this way. Yeah, it's a rat cave with complimentary dark cloak dispensary. The rules
I
of
haven't
the
seen
Rat
this
Kingdom.
many rules since I was in school.
We'll never know them.
Sure wish I could play one of those.
Let's look at the cheese.
Just your basic cheese.
And get into judging.
Yum. A very good year. So that's what time it is.
Wait! You're not allowed in there!
I know that voice too.
Hey, those are really stacked.
At the very end of this, I really would appreciate it if someone took all these knockers, stacked, and whatever other jokes are coming up and just assemble them. And I'm sure we'll get a clip that I just say clip, so it's gonna. We'll get something that's like a minute long and just utterly embarrassing. Anyway, let's talk to.
That can be our claim to fame.
This fellow could be a problem.
Let's talk to Elder Rat Doorkeeper.
Good day to you, sir.
Day it is. Good it is not.
We are in need of information.
What sort of information?
Who are you?
I am curious about the history of the rat tribe. What can you tell me?
I have no time for a history lesson. You should schedule an appointment with one of our historians.
Your historians?
That's right. We rats are one of the few tribes that can tell you about our history, for we've kept records since time immemorial.
Then you are one of the older races?
That's right. According to legend, we were the first race to be morphed. This may account for our copious record keeping.
Do you have actual records of contact with the humans?
Ah, records of the humans. Those records are quite vague. They suggest that the humans kept our ancestors in cages while they bestowed the gift.
The gift?
That is what our people call the giving of self-awareness to morphs.
And what happened after you were given this gift?
Details are sketchy. Apparently,
Well, you know.
our ancestors worked with humans
Right,
on a regular basis.
anthropomorphic
In fact, they
morphs.
taught us their language and script.
Your ancestors served the humans?
Serve them? Of course not. We are not servants. We help them in their scientific experiments, on some level.
Then the rats and the humans must have been great allies.
Not so. Even though some humans worked with us, most of their race had great prejudice and fear toward us. They would drive us away or kill us if they could. Morphed and unmorphed alike, some had such hatred for us that they would hunt us down and set traps to catch us.
What did your people do?
What we had to do to survive. We segregated ourselves from man and built dwellings under the ground where we would be safe from those that would harm us. We continued that lifestyle even after the humans vanished.
And you believe these legends?
I believe all legends are part fact and part fiction. Which is which, only our ancestors knew for sure.
This is a smart rat.
Yes.
And your job is to watch this door?
It is not. I am no mere watchman. There are several of us who take turns watching the door. My main duty, however, is keeping track of our trade balance with other tribes.
What is your main form of exchange?
We deal mostly in information. Whatever skills we have come from our vast storehouse of written knowledge.
How did you get this job?
It is a trade that was passed down from my father and from his father before him.
You've been doing this a long time then?
As long as I can remember. My father would bring me to this very room,
Excuse me.
even when I was very young, and teach me about this trade.
You mean the front door? He brought you to the front door? Okay.
Do you enjoy this job?
Enjoy? Enjoy? What kind of question is that? It is my job. It is what I do for the good of my society. My personal enjoyment does not enter into it.
I'm a cog in the wheel.
Tell us more about your society. Tell us about your people.
For one thing, we like to be left alone.
Really? Why is that?
Because we are usually too busy to make idle chit-chat. Therefore, our contact with other races is usually limited to what is necessary for trading.
But there were several rats at the puzzle tournament. In fact, it was a rat who beat me.
That's true. We seem to have a great skill for puzzle solving. So several of our younger members do enjoy getting out and dealing
Skinner
with other
boxes.
tribes at these events. It's just a phase, however, and usually doesn't last long. They soon return to the solitary lifestyle.
What do you do for fun?
Our pastimes are mostly intellectual games,
Sudokus.
puzzles, anagrams, the like. Physically,
Just
we enjoy
Sudokus.
foot races and hide and seek. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to my work.
You are indeed a most interesting race. We would like an audience with your leader.
An audience with our leader? An audience with our leader? Do you have an appointment?
We do not.
Then an audience is impossible.
Why?
Why? Because he only receives visitors from mid-morning until mid-afternoon every other day during the week, and from noon until dusk on the other two. On the day of Throne, he receives only invited guests from dusk until midnight, and on the day of Death, he receives no visitors whatsoever. Therefore, you will have to wait for your audience.
But, good sir, you do not understand.
Let's just confuse him, because that threw me for a loop too.
I have an idea to distract him. Play along. We'd like to make an appointment.
Very well, then. What is your name again?
My name is Riff of the Fox Tribe.
Riff of the Fox Tribe. And you are...
This is Who Are You of the Boar Tribe. And Yasser I Am of the Elk Tribe.
You are who?
No, Yasser I Am.
No, who are you?
That's me.
You? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the door.
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper.
Who's on first?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Nice.
Beautiful. I love this game.
Hobble, 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 hobble.
Abbott and Costello, indeed.
Look at, walk to, look at, walk to. Let's see. Sure are a lot of books, of which I cannot
Sure is
interact.
books around here.
Can't interact with any of them.
I mustn't talk to him. He'll know I shouldn't be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta be sneaky.
Like a fox.
Like a glove.
What are these?
These are the poop holes.
Alright.
It's the toilets.
Man gave us the power of speech, but not indoor plumbing.
I mean, it could fall down into a plumbing system. You know, old school.
This whole thing is a plumbing system.
Yeah, but they live in the plumbing system.
Yeah, you saw that German movie. You know how it goes. This is
a weird Diablo mod.
Yeah, Diablo or Fallout 1. It definitely has like a Fallout 1 vibe in here. But it's just for Cadia. What am I doing in here? Where am I supposed to go?
You're supposed to wander around until you find where the leader is.
I feel like a rat in a maze. Oh, that's the joke.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow.
How's things, Zombie Cat?
Who's the asshole going around opening all the doors? That looks like a kingly figure.
That looks like...
Oh no, it was just from the back. He has a roby cape.
Yeah.
Zombie Cat is doing Yerp. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select start. No, that's the Konami code.
Thank you, Sonny.
You gotta go northwest, southwest, northwest, southwest. You know, the Lost Woods code.
Okay,
live, everybody.
Okay, that's... Okay, we've been through here. Whoa, whoa, I clicked out. I clicked out. Oh god. Okay, we're back. Okay, we don't want to go left. I don't think. That's just another one of these. Okay. I'll follow this guy. Maybe he knows where he's going.
Why on earth would he know where he's going?
Because he lives here.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually. He's an abstract construct built into a video game to make it look like there's people who live here.
Oh, guess what? He knows where he's going.
Oh.
What am I looking at in here? Well, more poop holes.
It's sealed shut. I wonder what the word quarantine means.
Oh god. Get out of there, he has the Rona.
I'm not even. Just gonna let that one go.
Sometimes you have to laugh, or else you cry.
I'm about to cry. This maze is driving me nuts. Good adventurers go left. Damn it.
Okay, I have the secret.
Uh-huh. If this is just shit posting, Iggy, I'm gonna not be happy.
No. So, from the start,
that's
if you have any idea how to get back there.
More or less. Wait. Hold up. Load.
Oh yeah, we can just reload.
Okay, we're back.
Okay. So follow the passage northeast, then southeast, then northeast again.
Iggy, one direction at a time, please. Okay, we did the zigzag. Now what?
Okay, so follow the passage northeast, then southeast,
then
northeast
right?
again. Through the rings and make a right at the fork.
Okay. We did that.
keep southeast. Then northeast.
Right.
And then cross the book room, through the rings, travel northeast, and stay on that path up through the 2 rings and past a bookcase until you reach the end.
Yep.
Make a right and go through the door, where you will encounter the game's only copy protection.
Oh, that's why this room looked all special and stuff, but I bought it on GOG because there's no copy protection. Probably something with these runes.
Probably.
Next.
After answering the question, cross the screen, exit to the right, travel southwest to the candles, and then go southeast past a bookcase.
Okay, there's a bookcase.
Southeast past a bookcase, then southwest. Northwest past 3 bookcases. Don't turn.
Hold up. 1, 2, 3. Don't turn. Okay.
And you get to the end of the corridor to Sist's room.
You can take off that cloak now, young fox.
Let's take a look around. Candles.
You sure have a lot of stuff in here.
Clock.
You sure have a lot of stuff in here. You sure have a lot of stuff in here.
Rift's an abject anti-materialist.
You must have had a long journey. So tell me, how did you manage to get past the doorkeeper?
My friends and I provided him with a diversion.
Quite clever. But then I could tell you were clever at the puzzle tournament.
Aha, so that's where we have met before.
Yes. I am called Sist, and I was there to witness your defeat at the hands of Scory.
Scory was lucky.
Sometimes all that stands between a winner and a loser is a little bit of luck. Now then, why are you here?
The orb.
My friends and I are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms. We are at a loss as to where to start, and have heard that you know many things. Can you help us?
We have knowledge, but we are not clairvoyant. We must have clues, something to go on. Have you any clues?
Yes.
I found what might be a clue.
Let me see it then.
I have made a plaster cast of a footprint found at the scene of the theft. Can you identify it?
It looks familiar. I will have to consult with some of my associates. At any rate, it will not be enough for a positive identification. What other clues have you? Ah, sour berries.
What, you recognize them?
Indeed I do. These are very rare and grow only in certain places.
Where? You must tell me.
This, together with the footprint, tells me all I need to know.
Who is it? You must tell me.
Not so fast. My knowledge does not come cheap.
But I have very little money.
Who mentioned money? It is information that I desire.
What is it you wish to know?
For weeks we have heard rumors of strange goings-on at the court of the Boar King. This has caused great consternation among my people, for we do not trust the boar.
That is a sentiment shared by most races.
I want you to go to the Boar King's court and see what you can find out.
But I was just there.
I find that hard to believe. Have you any proof?
I did find this ring at the bottom of his mud bath.
What were you doing in his...
Never mind. It's a long story.
Ah, this is good. This is very good. I mean, this is bad. Do you know what this ring means?
It has the head of a wolf on it, so I assume it belongs to a member of the wolf tribe.
It is more than that. This insignia is that of a wolf captain. That means there have been military meetings between the wolf and the boar.
How do you know the ring wasn't stolen? Or maybe the wolf captain lost it.
First, the wolf captain is constantly surrounded by guards. You cannot steal from him. Secondly, the ring cannot be lost because it is never taken off, except under very special circumstances, like the pledging of a very solemn troth.
What kind of troth?
It is that which fills me with fear.
Hell's a troth.
Whatever unholy
It's like an
alliance
oath.
has been formed between the wolf and the boar, it can only mean trouble for the rest of the tribes. And I believe it all revolves around the missing orb.
Then it is all the more important you tell me what I need to know. The footprint and the sour berries, to whom do they belong?
The footprint belongs to a raccoon.
A raccoon?
A rather large male in his mid-30s, I'd say.
Sly Cooper?
But raccoons are pretty rare in these parts.
This raccoon isn't from these parts. The sour berries only grow at very high altitudes. Most of the raccoons have settled on an island far to the north of the known lands. Whatever raccoon
God, it's Tom
made
Nook.
this footprint obviously brought the berries with him
Oh,
from
God.
the north. It is there your answers lie.
Then I had best be on my way. Time grows short. Fare you well, friend Sist. Let us both hope my mission is successful.
Wait! Take this wolf's head ring with you. It may prove valuable. If nothing else, it may provide you with some capital in an emergency.
But this was to be your payment.
The information you brought me is payment enough. Now go, and may Hrone go with you.
Thank you, friend Sist. I can get it when I leave.
You're leaving.
Rat cloaks, and they look about my size.
No shit, you just leave. And now he puts it on. And I gotta go back the way I came in.
Yeah. Doing all right?
This is...
Backtracking.
This is where we would play the backtrack song.
This is the backtrack song.
No, it was an old bit from one of the old Channel Awesome guys. Not one of the, like, Doug Winger Terra Bad people, but...
Doug Walker, you mean? You said Doug Winger.
Did I? God damn it. Walker. Doug Winger's somebody else.
Doug Winger, rest in peace.
Yes, very much.
We thank you for your contributions.
Oh boy. Now it was Pa Dugan, who I think still has a YouTube channel that hasn't been updated in like 15 years.
I liked Pa.
Yeah, he did a review of a weird music game that involved a bunch of backtracking, so he scored and composed a backtrack song.
Who are you? Who are you?
Others still
I'm
at
the
it.
doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper.
Alright. Market Fair, Village, Castle, Sanctuary, Forest. There's a house up here. Oh, that's pretty. Taichos.
Taiko drum. Dun-dun-dun.
Hello, sir. We've come to Forever Mountain in hope of peering into the wildlands, that we might have some sort of idea where we are going.
I am pleased to meet you. My name is Tycho Northpaw.
The furriest of furry names.
You seem to have an excellent view up here. Have you had occasion to do much observation of the wildlands?
Indeed I have. In fact, I have made maps of part of them.
Indeed. Most interesting.
I am both an astronomer and cartologist.
Cartologist?
A map maker.
Our new friend is a map maker. Perhaps you could tell us something about the Wildlands.
I will tell you what I know of the Wildlands.
They're wild, that's
It's a
it.
place of great danger. It is also a place of great magnificence. There are hostile tribes, treacherous terrain, and roaming reptiles. It is also a land of great beauty and power.
It
Roaming
sounds like a
reptiles.
truly wondrous place.
You know what that means, everybody.
I could just as easily be describing the known
Lat Fug
lands.
Friday.
But it sounds very different.
In some ways, the Wildlands are very different from the known lands. In some ways, they are very similar.
So you're saying we have to go beyond the wall?
Have you ever been to the Wildlands yourself?
I have not. With my impaired sense of smell, I am at somewhat of a disadvantage in the wilds. I do, however, occasionally encounter a traveler who has been through the Wildlands, and he will supply me with information.
Many fear the Wildlands and say they are full of unspeakable
There were
dangers.
raccoon people in
That is
Fallout
only
2?
fear of the unknown.
Really?
If you make the unknown
Cowards.
known, the fear has nowhere to take root.
No, they didn't actually get made. They were in the design
Can
docs.
you give us any suggestions for our journey?
Keep all of your senses on alert, especially your common sense. You will need them.
Yes, we're on a quest for orb.
How much of the Wildlands can be seen from this mountain?
That is hard to say. I cannot see as much as I used to when I had my light catcher. However, no one I have met has ever reached the other side and returned to tell their story.
Yes, the Wildlands are a fascinating place, but there are some other things to discuss.
I didn't know it was on Steam.
You mentioned something called a light catcher. What is that?
Ah, my light catcher. It is an instrument I found in this house. It makes objects that are far away seem close at hand. It makes the stars seem so close you could reach up and touch them. It makes the moon look as if it were right next door.
What a wonderful apparatus. May we see it?
I will show it to you, but I'm afraid the instrument itself is broken. About 8 moons ago, I had it on my desk. A strong wind blew through my window, blowing papers to the floor and taking my light catcher with it. Part of it shattered, and it has not worked since. It still pains me to think about it.
What broke?
What part broke?
This small, round, clear part. It cracked in half.
And you've been unable to repair it?
I'm afraid so.
That is most unfortunate. Such an instrument would help us greatly on our quest.
The glassmaker!
There are a few other things we'd like to discuss.
From the start.
Yeah. Let's get this
Since we
map.
cannot see very far into the Wildlands, perhaps you would lend us the use of your map.
I'm afraid that is impossible. It is the only map I have of the Wildlands.
I couldn't possibly
With my light
copy it.
catcher now broken, I would never be able to make another one. It must not leave these walls.
But without it, we will lose much time trying to find our way into the Wildlands.
I sympathize with you, but there is nothing that would persuade me to give up my possession of the map.
Fix the light catcher.
Would you trade the map for a repaired light catcher?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I know who can repair the piece from your light catcher. If you allow us to use your map to go into the Wildlands, I will see to it that your light catcher is repaired. Do we have a bargain?
You just
I will make you a counter proposal. While you are getting the piece from my light catcher repaired, I will make you a duplicate of my map. It will be ready by the time you return.
Fair enough?
Fair enough. If you wrap the piece of the light catcher so it may be transported safely, we shall be on our way.
My friends, the broken piece is now in your care.
Don't drop it. Don't eat it.
We'll be on our way.
Good luck to you. What a marvelous machine this universe is.
What an odd design. What does it mean?
This is what happens when we have an eclipse.
Go faster. Okay, back to Ferret Village. Oh yeah, it is clunky, but it's still got a good adventure game, well, point-and-click adventure game feel to it. I just kind of hate the limited space I have to work with here. But, you know, old games, what can you do? Roads are for following.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known.
And we're gonna get a copyright claim for that, probably. The system is dumb.
Nothing special.
What are you looking?
I don't know.
That
Maybe
would be
if you
very dumb.
Get in the door.
Good day. May I show you some of my glass items?
No, thank you.
No, I will show you one of mine.
Actually, I have a glass item to show you. We need to have this repaired or have a duplicate made. Can you do it?
These are most unusual. From whence did these pieces come?
An instrument called a light catcher.
This is new to me. To construct a piece to these exact specifications is beyond my skill.
Then we are doomed.
Not so fast. Let us go to the lodge. We can ask Sokka. If she cannot help us, perhaps she will consult the one who knows all.
You mean Wikipedia?
The online encyclopedia that anyone can edit?
Who is the one who knows all?
The one who knows all speaks to us. He tells us how to build things and answers our questions. However, we do not understand most of what he says.
Where can we find him?
The one who knows all is not in the body. He speaks to us through unit.
Please go on.
Perhaps I've said too much already. I would prefer to let Sokka explain.
Who is Sokka?
Sokka is our chief builder and the head of our association.
And she will know how to repair the glass?
If she doesn't, she will have the best chance of finding someone or something who can.
What is this lodge you speak of?
The lodge is our gathering place. It is the place where we share information and ideas of how to build things better.
How many are there of you at this lodge?
Sometimes 20, sometimes 30.
23.
We gather there every day before sundown. In fact, the meeting should be starting very shortly.
How fortuitous.
Then we shall most gratefully meet with you and the others at the lodge.
Leave. Alright, let's see. Guess we have to figure out which one is the lodge. This might be it. Go in. Why do you two have to stand where I want to go? Why?
And since there is a large head and a small head on the same hammer, you won't have to carry as many tools.
Friends, may I have your attention? These travelers have come to us with a most perplexing problem.
Indeed. How may we be of help?
Isn't that the ferret girl from, the fair?
Looks like it to me.
Let's take a look around real quick.
Looks pretty hot in there. That's a big table. That must be the emblem of the Builders Guild. It's a saw.
Fine.
I am in possession of a most unusual piece of glass. However, it is broken, and I must either get it repaired or have a new one made.
This piece of glass is warped. I cannot clearly see through it.
It is part of a wondrous apparatus called a light catcher. It makes objects that are far away look very near.
That is quite amazing.
Perhaps you could consult the one who knows all.
What do you know of the one who knows all?
Only that you turn to him when all else fails. Please, can you not consult him now? It is a matter of life and death.
Very well. We will show the glass to Unit and...
Wait! Only a member of our guild may speak with the one.
Then he shall be an honorary member.
The rest of us had to pass a test to prove our worthiness. Tradition must be upheld.
Yes, I say we give him our test.
That's
Test,
right.
test,
Even a mere
test.
honorary member must pass our test. Test! Test!
Oh my god, they did it. Fuck.
What is this test you speak of?
It is a test of your cleverness. If you pass, I will consult on your behalf. If you fail, you must look elsewhere for your solution. This is based on an ancient drawing made by the humans. You must arrange the pieces in their proper place within the frame. Each piece must fit perfectly. They cannot overlap. Do this, and you will prove your worth.
Then bring on your test.
Very well. Bring on the tanagram.
Oh no. I hate these things.
Oh. Well, we'll
let's
let
see.
you have a few shots, and then I will be able to.
That's a corner piece. I need...
Hey, Fox, would you like a hint?
I can tell you that both pieces you've put down are not correct.
Yeah, I kind of know that. Alright, Iggy, help me out.
Okay, on the right side there's a screwdriver.
Yep.
That's on the left side.
Would you like some help?
Okay.
And then pliers are on the bottom. Bottom left. Yes, that. Bottom left. That's bottom right.
Here?
Yes.
Alright. Okay.
And that saw is top right corner.
Yeah, that ferret trying to drop a hint. It's very Slippy-esque. Next.
The hatchet is on the top right next to the... Yeah, that one. Right next to the saw.
Okay.
The paintbrush is the bottom right. The ruler, yes. Up. And the shears go right next to the ruler.
I kind of remember being good at these in school, but we're talking like a million years ago.
What's that? That's a wood planer.
This thing? That's a C-clamp.
No, put those back.
Okay.
The chisel goes next to the shears.
Psst. What a hint.
Chisel.
Oh, actually, so in the top corner, or the top middle bit there, is a wood planer. That goes on the far left, next to the pliers, on the bottom. Yes. Okay. And then the twine nestles in on the left. Yeah.
Okay. C-clamp, claw hammer, a level, wood clamp, mallet, and tape measure.
The tape measure is in that diamond spot on the right. Yeah.
I would have done this differently, you know.
Well, fuck you too, then. Yeah, that is where the C-clamp goes. Mallet, yes. There you go.
Riff, I hereby grant you honorary membership in the Ancient and Honorable Order of Tinkerers, Fabricators, and...
All right, let's get on with it.
Here's an
unit.
orb.
Have you ever seen such a marvel?
I cannot be sure, but I believe that is an orb.
This little ball knows everything?
If we ask the question properly, he will give us answers.
Alexa played no.
Despacito.
Oh, one who knows all, we need your help. These travelers have come many miles to ask you a question. Speak to them and give them the benefit of your vast knowledge.
Unit functioning. Input query.
What?
That means you may ask your question.
We were wondering if you could identify these.
Composition of object. Amorphous inorganic mixture of silicates formed by a fusion of silica and oxides of boron, with potassium as a flux and lime as a stabilizer.
What do they do?
But what does it do?
Objects do nothing. They are inanimate.
Alright then.
I got owned by the Alexa marble.
But what does it do?
Objects.
We were one.
Amorph with but.
Right.
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
It brings far away things near.
It brings things far away near.
Insufficient information.
It goes inside of a
It goes
tube?
inside of a tube.
Insufficient information.
Yeah, light
It is
catcher?
part of an instrument called a light catcher.
Term light catcher unknown. Further information required.
What more information does Little Ball need?
Unit requires proper identification of glass apparatus, or alternate name for instrument of origin.
All I know is it's from a light catcher.
There is no reference in memory files to the term light catcher.
So much for the one who knows all.
Now that you've called it the light catcher, maybe then if you say what it is, it brings far things away near.
It,
Insufficient.
Nope.
It go...
Perhaps light catcher is not the proper name.
You could be right. If the apparatus is as old as you say it is, the one may know it by a different name.
Then there must be a record of it.
Those records would be ancient. Where would they be?
If anyone has records going back that far, it would be the rats.
Oh god. We're going
Rats.
to the rats.
Rats. We're the rats. We pray at night. We stalk at night. We're the rats.
And I'm going to the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Well, since we're completely out of original ideas, spin. I couldn't get him to spin.
Spin.
Oh god, not again. Confuse him.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I said I'm the door.
I may need a disguise.
You auto-equipped it. Okay. About the yell. Oh god, yeah, if this maze were randomly generated each time, I would...
Oh no.
Wait.
Tube snacks like Gogurt. No. They were tubes.
I more or less remember the way. This should dead end into it. Yep. Wonder if the copy protection question would come up every time you walk through here, just to add one more layer of annoyance.
Probably.
See, once you know it, it's not too bad. Go all the way to the right, and then go all the way to the left.
Anything more I can do for you?
Yeah.
We must find out what this confounded thing is before we continue. It is like no glass I have ever seen, but the pieces fit together to form a circle.
So I see. I have seen something like this before, when I was young. I was sent to study ruins believed left by the humans. Where is that book? The sign out front read observatory and contained the most wondrous things. One of them was a huge round tube with glass of differing thickness throughout it.
Was it a light catcher?
Not exactly. From what I understood, it was more of a light bender. But it made the stars seem close enough to touch. Ah, I remember. It was called a telescope, and the piece of glass called a lens.
I will return to the orb and see if it recognizes
Scope, telescope, and lens.
I am in your debt, friend Sid.
In television.
Got him. Now we trudge out. Would it have been so hard for them to have been like, oh, you're done here. Let us escort you to the entrance and save you a bit of time. Or perhaps we'll leave the doors open at least to save you a couple clicks. Or, you're a fox, you're supposed to go fast. Here's a sprint button.
Gotta go fast.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I said...
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Who is he?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, before we go too much further, new game, save.
Teletubbies.
No.
Time for Teletubbies.
Iggy, no. You shall not invoke them.
Do not bring that evil upon this house.
To say their name is to invite them in. Hello, Alexa Orb. The Orb of Hands.
Tell us about the lens.
Accessing. Correct. Item is a lens with a refractive index of 1.52. Lens conforms to formula 1 over f times quantity n minus 1 times quantity 1 over r1 minus 1 over r2, where n is the refractive index of the glass, r1 the radius, f is focal point, and r2 the radius of the second surface.
Wow.
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
Telescope. It's a lens from a telescope.
Theoretically possible to make if specifications followed exactly.
Glassmaster, can you do it?
I'll do what I can. Very well, Unit. Suppose you and I get to work.
Just yoink and go off with that? Okay.
Yeah, it's not the Orb of Storms, it's the Orb of Smarts.
Hey, look, a transition screen. This would have been great back in the rat maze.
Oh no. Jay is mad.
Glassmaster, what news have you? Have you been successful?
Well, yes and no.
I like the first part best.
I was able to construct the lens from the instructions given by Unit. However, it is still too rough. Unit says I need polishing rouge to polish the lens to its proper smoothness, but I have none.
Is there anything we can use as a substitute?
Not to my knowledge. I am unfamiliar with the use of rouge.
Why don't we ask...
Tell me, Glassmaster, what is your opinion?
Perhaps I can try a harsher polish on the lens. It may help it, but it may also ruin it beyond repair.
What are the chances for success?
Slim. Very slim.
Friend Sokka, what is your opinion?
Perhaps there is a substitute we can use for polishing rouge.
But we're not even sure what polishing rouge is. We certainly don't know what to substitute for it.
Perhaps
only we
the
had
one who
an
knows
yes.
all can tell us.
How is this not the first choice? You have a magic 8-ball of answer everything.
Yeah, excuse me, Orb.
Unit functioning.
Unit, we have no polishing rouge. Is there anything we can substitute for it?
Qualities and properties of rouge can only be duplicated by soil composed solely of red clay, which is ground into the finest powder. Clay must be pure and free of any chunks. Any imperfection in the substance will result in damage to glass.
Then we may be doomed. I know of no clay.
I do. I just waded through
I
this
can't
stuff.
remember red clay anywhere we've been.
Neither can I. Except in the Boar King's mud bath.
What?
Yes, that's what the Boar King uses to make his special mud. Finely ground red clay.
Do you mean that I was up to my waist in red clay and didn't even know it? No.
What will you do now? The last time we saw the Boar King, we barely escaped with our lives. We dare not try it again.
What will you do?
The only thing we can do.
We're going back. I like how the music is like, it's in my right ears and the other instrument comes in and plays in my left ear. And then they kind of harmonize and you get it in both ears for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just walk right on in. Ah, it's Goldar again. This voice, if you weren't here for the first time, it's fucking Goldar from Power Rangers.
Well, if it isn't the little thief again.
I wonder what he wants this time.
Ha ha ha!
Come on, Ock. We've got better things to do.
Not what I wanted to do.
Well,
Well, I see our presence here is not appreciated. We shall have to take our truffle news elsewhere.
Wait! Truffle news?
That's right. In our journey, a field rich with truffles was found by the eagle nose of our friend Ock.
Eagle nose?
Whatever. We thought that we would share this news with the Boar King. After all, there are more than enough truffles in this field to provide everyone in the castle with a sumptuous repast.
A lot of truffles?
Oh yes, a whole field full of them. But with the reception we've received, I don't think I care to share that information.
Oh, you must forgive me. I've had a very bad day. I'm sure the king will want to hear of this immediately.
Very well. Open the gate.
Go ahead, Riff.
And we're back here.
Your Majesty, it is the fox, Riff. He requests an audience with you. A fox? He just doesn't learn, does he? Very well. Send him in. It will amuse me.
Your Majesty.
Tempting fate, my young foolish friend. Why are you here?
I was going to come in here and beg for mercy. I was going to plead for clemency. I was going to grovel at your feet and appeal to you for the release of my friend. I was going to strip myself of every vestige of dignity I have left for your pleasure. But now, I don't think I'm going to.
Did I miss something?
That was it?
Yeah, you did, bro.
Alright. Fine. We got it. Let's take a look.
What an odd red color. It's getting pretty hard and dry, though.
It's in his fur.
No.
Oh. I am 12. Give mud and fur to glassmaker.
This is excellent. Exactly what Unit requested.
So this is the lens. It's beautiful. What an odd design. How does it work?
No one cares. We're leaving now. Enjoy awkwardly standing here forever. Okay, so as we're about to enter the wildlands here, and we're coming up on 3.5 hours of streaming, once I turn in this lens and get the map, I think I'm gonna call it a night. But, I did like the idea that we kind of collectively came up with, where games like this, maybe at the last Wednesday of every month, the ones that we want to pick up again and play a bit further through, I'll stick on a new wheel. And we'll use that Wednesday to focus on finishing that specific game. So, like, right now, that would be the Seventh Guest and this.
And hopefully we'll find more later on.
Yeah, definitely. And I clicked out again, because, yeah. Alt-tab in? There we go.
Hello, sir.
Ah, it's you. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
That thought crossed our minds several times as well.
Well, did you do it? Did you fix my light catcher?
Getting some heavy breathing from you, Iggy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Pardon me.
How I've longed to see my beloved horizon. The stars, the moon. Oh, how can I ever thank you?
By fulfilling your part of the bargain.
Yes, we want the map.
Of course, it's right here. In fact, I've only now finished it. The traveler was through a couple of days ago. He was from the north and was on his way back there. He gave me a great deal of information, which I've included on this map.
How fortunate.
Yes, in fact, he was quite forthcoming with his information. For a raccoon.
A raccoon?
Dun dun
That's
dun!
right, a big fellow, too. I told him about your quest, and he was quite interested in it. That's when he started giving me all the information.
Tycho, can you remember which additions you made from the raccoon's information?
Why, yes, I can.
Kindly remove them from the map. This information I do not trust. The trail is warmer than we thought.
It's ready.
We've not a moment to waste. Let us be off.
Not a moment to waste. Except
The
we're
game
gonna
is afoot.
save here. Beyond the wall, because I'm gonna stick with my Game of Thrones joke.
Dun, 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 dun.
And that will be that. Like I said, we'll stick this one on the, I guess we'll call it a continuation wheel, and do it on the last Wednesday of the month. we'll have a stream on Friday, which will be me and Zombie Cat continuing our RimWorld co-op, unless something comes up. VR Saturdays with Specs, and hopefully Monday I can get back to Zelda Randomizer because I put that off for a bit, just with everything going on. But thank you all for coming out here tonight. I hope it was enjoyable. Your support in just coming and watching and interacting here is always greatly appreciated.
Yes, indeed.
Bark. And
Bark.
That's my Bella. Yeah, thank you for coming out, and we'll at least see you on Friday, hopefully. Stay safe out there,
Catch you on the
everybody.
flip side. Stay
Good
happy
night.
and healthy.
And bark.